Hey everybody, welcome to Wacky Wednesday, number 18 on the Mana Leek. I am John, as always, and today we're going to be doing the last Holiday Cube. Holiday Cube's going away tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday with the downtime on Monday, the special downtime on Monday. Usually it's on Wednesday. Holiday Cube's going to go away for a while. It'll be back before the holidays at least. It's going to get a name change and be the Vintage Cube. It should have been renamed already, but it still does say Holiday Cube 2012 for some reason. But yeah, we're going to jump into this. We'll be the 8th person, and we'll be in the draft right away. So Holiday Cube's been going pretty good for us. We're 6-0 with basically the same deck, Green Ramp. I don't necessarily want to be Green Ramp every single time I ever draft, but if I get the cards, I'll take them. Here we're looking at a Mox Ruby as probably the card I'm going to take. Free mana ramp is incredible. There's no reason to ever really pass that. Looking at everything else, there's a lot of lands here. Volcanic Island, Volrath Stronghold, Ancient Tomb, Caracas. Channel's fun, combo, Mirren Crusaders fun, aggro, white weenie kind of thingy. So going Mox Ruby, I don't even necessarily have to be red, but the red is weak in this pack. We have a Goblin. And that's it. So we're going to be looking for something else from this pack on the way back. But the Mox Ruby works for me, so we'll take that and see what we get here in pack 2, or pick 2. Well, we have Ulamog, which I like comboing out with. I like any of the big Eldrazi, of course. We've got Ral Zarek if we were to pick up a Time Vault. Young Pyromancer if we do just kind of go red burn kind of stuff. There's a Rift Bolt we might get back. Kind of thinking of that Young Pyromancer actually. It's going outside of my mono green ramp wheelhouse, but it could work. Massacre Worm, of course, also pretty good. But yeah, maybe I just want to go red aggro burn. Kind of hurts passing up Ulamog there. But oh well. Let's take the Pyromancer and see what we can do. So Pyromancer is instant or sorcery. You get a 1/1 elemental. Dak Faden, Searing Spear. Siege Gang Commander, 2/2 for 5. You get 3 goblins, sack a goblin to shock. Not terrible. I wonder if Dak Faden's actually good in this format with so much artifacts running around. Steal their Time Vault? That'd be fun. I bet that Searing Spear might even come back around. So we could go blue-red and be kind of counter-burn or something. I think I like taking Dak here over the Searing Spear and hoping the Searing Spear comes back around. Yeah, let's take Dak. Completely outside of green ramp. Scalding Tarn's good for us. Goblin Vandal, what do you do? 1/1 for 1. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, you can pay red. If you do, destroy target artifact defending player controls. And Goblin Vandal assigns no combat damage this turn. That seems pretty narrow. It's artifact hate, but it's artifact hate on a very, 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 very vulnerable creature. Burst Lightning, red, shock, or 4 red and double shock. Not terrible. Sower of Temptation, 2/2 flyer. When it comes to the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as Sower of Temptation remains on the battlefield. That doesn't seem too terrible. Scalding Tarn might come back around, who knows. But I think I just want the burn, actually. Let's take the burst. Oh, Emrakul. Oh. Oh, I want it. There's Dual Caster Mage, a Cryptic Command, an Emrakul. I might have to take the Emrakul. I hate passing him by because there's so many ways to cheat him into play. We could end up being red-green again and cheat him into play with that. I've just had such good luck with him. Yeah, let's take him. Alright, so we've got Firebolt, which is 2 damage, and you can flash it back for a lot more. Jackal Pup, if I wanted to be really red aggro. Riftwing Cloud Skate is the bounce. Yeah, it bounces a thing when it comes into play. Maybe the Emrakul does just have to go away and I just go aggressive with Jackal Pup. Yeah, let's take Jackal Pup. Well, Fire Drink Crusader is in the same boat as Jackal Pup. Isochron is instant only that costs 2 or less. So I could end up with repeatable burn if I were to take Isochron. I'd also be able to do Burst Lightning with it. I feel like Isochron is kind of the combo-y synergy piece that we want for the red burn deck. Yeah, let's take it. And then remember that we have it. Well, we've got a Prophetic Flame Speaker. Could be alright. We've got an Augur, which would help get us to the burn, and if we do go full-on counter burn, that would be pretty helpful. I don't know if I'd be pumping him at all, so he wouldn't be getting double activations. He would just be staying a 1/3. So maybe Augur is better. Yeah, let's go with the Augur. What do we have here? This was our pack that we opened. So we've got Goblin, Null Rod, which would turn off our Ruby. Night Veil Spectre would cost us triple blue. So maybe I just want the Goblin. What's Stronghold do? You have to use black. Caracross, yeah. Yeah, I guess I just want the Goblin. Smash to Smithereens. Destroy target artifact. 3 damage to that artifact's controller. Seems okay. Sideboard, though. Nicol Bolas. It's unfortunate the black is the double, because we're not going to be splashing for him. Turnabout. 2 blue. Choose artifact, creature, or land. Tap all untapped permanents of the chosen type, or untap all tapped permanents of the chosen type. Target player controls. Doesn't seem that good, but we'll take it. I'm sure there's stuff you could do with it, but... Crucible of the Worlds, you can play land cards from your graveyard. So I guess we'll take that Goblin Vandal that I didn't really want. And I don't think we'll terribly play him. Wow, Living Death comes back around. It's a pretty big combo piece. End Demon and Peligrinos? Wow, alright. Let's take Living Death. Let's take Brain Maggot. And Sarcomancy. So black seems maybe open. Unfortunately, you can't Living Death in Emrakul. Oh, big old Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Kozilek. Well, there's Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack Emrakul. That's something. Maybe we get Kozilek back around? Probably not, though. So we're looking at Storm Breath, Sneak Attack, Jace. Ugh. Maybe I have to take Jace just to set up the burn. Storm Breath could come back around. And I mean, Sneak Attack in my deck is really only going to be good with Emrakul. Yeah, let's take Jace. Kagran Dragonlord, 2/2 for 2. Level it up. 4 times to make it a 4/4 flyer. So that's 6 mana, 4/4 flyer. Yeah, there's got to be something better. Good old Mana Leek, Mull Drifter, Tooth and Nail. I want it with Emrakul. It's too late to go green though, I think. Maybe Mull Drifter. Will Mana Leek come back around? Maybe I just want Mana Leek. Yeah, let's take the card we're named after. Okay, Progenitus. Ooh, there's a lot of combo pieces coming my way. We've got Talrand, which could help me out making even more things. Get a 2/2 Drake plus a 1/1 Elemental. I kind of like that. Gutter Snipe as well. That might come back around. Let's take Talrand. Fire Blast. I like that. Oh, Eureka. Oh, there's going to be an awesome green deck. Oh, and it's not going to be us. That sucks. But yeah, we'll take Fire Blast here, I believe. Yep, let's take that. Emrakul has to go away. Eidolon, that's whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, it deals 2 damage. Or just Magma Jet. I think just Magma Jet. We need to get our burn right around now. I didn't see that Searing Spear back around that I had thought that I might see. Hero of Oxid Ridge, 4/2 haste battle cry. Wildfire, each player sacrifices 4 lands, deals 4 damage to each creature. Not to players though. Could just go with Disc if we're going to be pretty heavy control. It keeps my planeswalkers back. Tezzeret on tap up to 2 target artifacts. That'd be Isochron and Ruby. Minus Exim. Smokestack. Let's take the Disc. Someday I have to learn how to play Smokestack, but not today. Stromkirk, Noble, Factor Fiction, Serendipity, Freet. Shivan Reef. The Efreet or the Noble? Efreet or the Noble? I think I'll take the Efreet. Sarkhan, Inkwell. That's about it. So Sarkhan could be my curve topper. Inkwell is probably just too damn much. Yeah, let's go with Sarkhan. Kozilek comes back. Ugh. I could go with Chrome Mox. Or I could just hate out Kozilek, because I've seen so much good stuff to go with them. And I've already hated out Emrakul. But then again, I may just not face it, and so maybe Chrome Mox would be better. Yeah, let's take the Chrome Mox. Oh, crap. I double-clicked at the last second to take Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox had already been selected, and so we got a Lodestone Golem. All right. Well, Gutter Snipe came back, so that's good. Nothing here for us, so I guess we'll take the Lightning Helix. Let's take on Burial Rites. Duress. Man, black is really open. So Lodestone Golem, what do you do? Non-artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. Yeah, get out of there. Diregraph Ghoul. Alright, so I'd like a little bit more burn for sure. Gutter Snipe is instant and sorcery, right? Yeah, so we're the instant and sorcery deck with Talrand, Gutter Snipe, and Young Pyromancer. And our instants and sorceries are Burst Lightning, Mana Leak, Magma Jet. Does this count as casting it? It does count as casting it. So that's pretty cool. We could copy Magma Jet, Mana Leak, Burst Lightning. So I'd like the rest of my picks to be kind of 1 and 2 and 3. No more 4s. Definitely no more 5+. Definitely wish I had picked up some of those combo pieces and just gone Eldrazi combo. Oh, Goblin Guide, I like that. Through the Breach, you may put a creature card from your hand in the battlefield. So it's 1 turn use of sneak and, or not sneak and show, that's the deck name, sneak attack. So Goblin Guide, Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt's pretty good. Opposition. It has to be an untapped creature I control. I guess I'm going to have a lot of tokens. But I think I just like Goblin Guide here. Just need to be aggressive. Yeah, let's take the Goblin Guide. Frost Titan, Gifts Ungiven. How do you work exactly? Search your library for 4 cards with different names, reveal them. Target opponent chooses 2 cards. They go to the graveyard, the rest of my hand, so Winter Orb, I'd prefer us to be a little bit lower. Arc Trail is a 2-mana burn. It can't be sceptered, but it will activate our dude, so that's probably what we're going to take here. Yeah, if I was much heavier on the 1/2 drop aggro burn, Winter Orb could be good. But I do have 4 drops, 5 drops. Well, a 5-drop. So yeah, I think we'll just go with Arc Trail here. So that's creature or player for both, right? Yeah. Boop, boop, boo. Incinerate. Imperial Recruiter. That lets me get a power 2 or less. So that would be Augur, Gutter Snipe. And this just goes to hand, too. Yeah, you're not what I want. Time Spiral. Exile. Each player shuffles his or her graveyard and hand into his or her library, then draws 7 cards. Yeah, on top 6 lands. No thanks. Yeah, I think we'll just take the Incinerate here. Just more burn. Lightning Strike, even more burn. Otherwise we have Dungeon Geists, Manic Vandal. I don't want more double blue. But it is pretty solid. And there's not much else here. Maybe I do just want another Lightning Strike. Yeah, let's take it. The heavy burn plan. Mizzium Mortars, but that's pretty good. Scroll Rack, exile any number of... Right. I think we'll just take the Mizzium Mortars here. No, the Ice Ground is just instants, right? Yeah, just instants. So I can't copy it, but it's solid. It can wipe the board. We're going to be heavy red, so we're going to have the triple red for the overload. Yeah, Mizzium Mortars. I suppose Maze of Ith was a possibility. We're going to have to hold off creatures. But hopefully we can just burn a lot of them. The ramp deck we'll have trouble with, of course. The Eldrazi combo deck that I saw so many pieces of Tooth and Nail and Eureka. Haven't seen Freylish yet, so that just means maybe somebody took it before it came around. So we've got Ponder, which I like. Apparently it's bugged, though. I'll have to be careful about that. Or Wheel of Fortune. Or Relic to hate any graveyard strategies, but I have the Living Death. So I don't have to be concerned about Living Death. Well, let's take the apparently bugged Ponder and hope that it doesn't stay bugged for us. We can cut Mox Ruby and Mox Chrome out. They count as land, essentially. Hellrider? That's not what our deck's doing. Not with 8 creatures, it's not. Pithing Needle. Maybe just as a sideboard card. Otherwise, Cackler. Yeah, let's take the Needle. Mox Diamond. Grand Architect. Other blue creatures +1/+1. Target artifact becomes blue until end of turn. Target artifact creature becomes blue until end of turn. Tap an untapped blue creature you control. Add 2 mana to your... That's not what we're doing. Spike Shot Elder. Get 2 encampment. What do you do? Just become a 2/1 first strike. It's not terrible. Enters the battlefield tapped. That's not necessarily what we want to do. Mox Diamond. You have to discard a land? Let's take the Spike Shot. Opposition came back. So I don't necessarily know that we're going to have the untapped creatures. I don't necessarily know that I want another 2 blue spell. We'll take it, but I don't think it's going to make the cut. And I don't think that Spike Shot will make the cut either. Well, maybe Frenzied Goblin doesn't make the cut. Yeah, let's take out Frenzied Goblin for the time being. Gorehost Chainwalker. I don't think we'll play it. Buried Alive. So Buried Alive turns on Reanimator. We have the Living Death, which, of course, those two go great together. But maybe we just hate that out. Yeah, let's hate that out. Black is really open. I'm probably hating it from nobody. Well, I don't really care about Damnation. Let's get rid of that, I guess. Manic Vandal comes back around. I suppose we could take that for the sideboard if we have any big artifacts that we want to get rid of that we can't already handle with DAC. Scroll Rack. So exactly, it's you exile your hand, you draw them. We'll take it, and I'll read it a little bit later. Dark Ritual. Gravecrawler. So what is it? You exile a certain number of cards, you draw that number of cards. And then you put the exiled cards on top. So you kind of set up. It's kind of a brainstorm on demand of sorts, but potentially any sized brainstorm. It could be pretty good. So that would mean that we need to make 1 cut. We're not going to play opposition turnabout. Vandal, Smithereens, Vandal are all sideboard. Goblin's not going to make the cut. Poor Emrakul is going to be left out in the cold. So, what doesn't belong? What doesn't belong? Maybe that Spike Shot Elder, because it's going to be a 1/1, and we don't have any way of pumping it. Or I guess, sorry, Pithing Needle gets cut, yeah? Because we don't necessarily know what we're going to want to hit offhand, and there may not be anything that we want to hit offhand. So that may just be our 23 there, but I don't like that Spike Shot Elder, because it's always going to be a 1/1 that just pings for 1. Just pings for 1. But do I have anything to replace it with? The Smash that might not have a target. The Vandal that might not have a target and just be a 2/2. The Golem that's going to make everything except for Disc and Scepter cost more. Or Emrakul that we're never going to be able to cast. Turnabout. I don't want more double blue. No, I guess we'll just keep him. Maybe we can kill like a 5-drop by Mizium Mortars plus Spike Shot. Could happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to add basics. 10-7, that sounds about right. We're going to throw out a mountain in favor of a Mox Ruby. And then we're going to throw out mountain or island. Let's throw out... Well, Chrome Mox is going to be almost always red for me, so let's throw out another mountain for a Chrome Mox. And that's going to be our deck. It's not quite counterburn. We only have one counter, but it's burn tokens, instant sorcery trigger, something or other. Don't know if it'll do okay. I think our 6-0 record might get a blemish, but I will submit this and we'll see how it goes.